Bad news for Oscar De La Hoya, DAZN, and Ryan Garcia. It looks like Ryan Garcia has a conflicting date with the newly moved Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia fight. We're going to talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. I also set up a Zelle. Use my email address. Those links can be found in the description box. Now, bad news. The DAZN curse continues. Ryan Garcia, his fight with Luke Campbell was finally announced. You know, after months of deliberation or scheduling or whatever. They didn't announce where it's going to take place, but some speculate that it could happen in California. Now, I live in California, and California has been a lot stricter than some places. Same thing with Nevada. And if the fight does happen in California, it's likely they won't have a crowd, or if they do, it might be similar to Teofimo versus Lomachenko, where they have first responders and a very small crowd of, 300. Meanwhile, the reason I'm saying DAZN curse and bad news is the Ryan Garcia fight was finally announced, and now within an hour they announced that Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia is not only taking place on the same date, December 5th, but it's at a big badass venue, Jerry's World, the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, which is state-of-the-art stuff, and that's in Arlington, Texas. I've been there. I covered Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia, and let me tell you, it was lit. The crowd was great, beautiful crowd. The venue was like monstrous and amazing. And now Ryan Garcia on DAZN on an app has to compete with the pay-per-view. So we don't really know how the fans will respond with having to pay for, Ryan Garcia on DAZN, $20 for that fight. We don't know what the undercard consists of. We don't know what venue it's at. And it looks like PBC, they have their stuff in order. We know the undercard. They have the 6'7" Sebastian Fundora, who's coming off a recent win on the Sean Porter card, where he looked good versus Gallimore. He's going to be on there fighting Kota, who fought against Erickson Lubin, and also Jermell Charlo. And it looks like a solid card. Plus, they're allowing fans. So, in my opinion, I think the Ryan Garcia announcement has definitely been overshadowed by this Errol Spence and Danny Garcia news. Now, I did a video on that fight. Check that on the channel. And this is bad planning yet again from Golden Boy Promotions. Golden Boy, they waited. They told the WBC that they had a date, and the day they come out is the day PBC announces Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence. So the Ryan Garcia Luke Campbell fight, it just didn't have a chance to really shine and blossom on its own, because it was immediately, like within an hour, literally, I looked at the times, within an hour overshadowed by the Errol Spence fight. So I think the fight's cool. Errol Spence and Danny Garcia is a great fight. I think Ryan Garcia is cool with Luke Campbell. Definitely a step in the right direction. He wants to prove something here, but that's what happens when the pandemic and you only have a certain amount of weeks to schedule your fight. Then you get double booked, and you just can't last on your own. Like, they wouldn't have put the fight on Teofimo versus Lomachenko, because that's a great fight, and they'll let Top Rank just have their date. But obviously the Luke Campbell Ryan Garcia, even though Ryan Garcia has amassed a influencer following on Instagram and stuff, PBC, they knew that there's a chance that Ryan Garcia probably could fight around those dates, because there's only a certain amount of dates before the end of the year, a certain amount of weekends, and they don't care because they know they got the bigger event. So this is a direct conflict. Golden Boy, I don't know. I mean, if they move the fight, or if they fight earlier in the day, then that shows that they're bowing down to the Errol Spence Danny Garcia unification fight. It's just, you can't compete. One's a unification for a real title. Errol Spence is coming off the accident, so there's a lot of people who just want to see how Errol Spence is going to look. And then Ryan Garcia, like I said, it's a cool fight, but the undercard is probably going to be less. It might not have a crowd. It's not going to be at a venue as dope as the AT&T Stadium. We know that. They're talking about Fantasy Springs. So all in all, just with that date conflict, if they keep the date, it's just getting overshadowed. The DAZN curse has continued yet again. Let me know what you guys think. Ryan Garcia, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. All the Garcias are fighting on one day, I guess. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.